Hey, welcome to the Mind Hacking Happiness Podcast. I'm Sean Webb. Here is day 15 of our 45-day Mind Mastery 101 course, which is usually $1,000, but it's now $0. If you'd like indefinite access, go to mindhackinghappiness.com and sign up there so that when we pull these down, when we start charging for the course in the future, you can still get access to it. Also, send your friends, because if you get 5 people to mention your name in the forums at the website, you may win some awesome prizes that we're going to be giving away at the end of this program. Hope things are well for you. Here's day 15. Hey guys, welcome to day 15. Okay, so we're going to practice some meta-awareness right this very moment with if you have any level of frustration or impatience with the fact that today, day 15, before a 2-day break, before we send you another one of these, we're going to have another Watch Your Mind Wednesday. Watch Your Mind Wednesday again today. Now, this is important because this is basically exercising our exploration of experiencing what we've been talking about and watching your mind. Because the real work, you know, the important stuff isn't, well, it is when you figure out how your mind works, but the more important stuff is taking that step 2, which is understanding how your mind works, learning how your mind works, and then watching to see how your mind works. Because if you remember, one of the fundamental truths that we presented in the very first portion of this course is that you can't learn anything without experiencing it firsthand. If you remember the slide with the 2 apples plus the 2 apples equals the 4 apples, you can't even understand that concept. This is where we learn, is where we experience it. You see the 2 apples and you see the 2 apples, or you envision it in your mind, and then you experience the grouping of the 4 apples, and then you get 2 plus 2 equals 4. That's the whole communication of that basic mathematical paradigm, is when you experience it in your head. And so when we're taking these lessons that we've had and we're experiencing them on a first-hand basis, that's where we're learning. That's where we're increasing our capability of vision into seeing how our mind works, etc. So we're going to have another Watch Your Mind Wednesday again, right before a couple of days of break. And if you remember, watching your mind equals entering meta-awareness. And meta-awareness is that muscle that we need to flex and tone, and that's our control room of the mind. And when we watch our mind, we get a better understanding of our mind, and understanding within our mind equals a calmer mind. Again, every time that you go through a Watch Your Mind Wednesday, you're looking for the variables in your equation of emotion. And as we learn about the individual emotions in the next couple of weeks, we're still going to be doing this, but we're doing it at a little bit more of a granular level. We don't want to give you too much too soon to make it too confusing to keep up with. We're getting used to watching the basic equation of emotion and the 2 variables that cause your basic reactions. And then when we get used to that, we'll give you a little bit more, like, okay, well, this equals anger, and this is what causes sadness, and this specific situation is what causes fear, right? We want to be able to get comfortable with what we're doing before we move on. And that's why we're doing another Watch Your Mind Wednesday. So watch your equation of emotion. Whenever you run into a situation where you have some type of reaction, ask yourself, what is my expectation or preference of this situation, and what is the perception of this situation? Name the reaction that you're having so that you can put a cognitive understanding to the reaction in play that your limbic system is sending to you, because you do want to make your limbic system feel heard, right? Connected with all that science that we talked about in the last couple of weeks. And so that's it. That's what I want you to do for the next 24 hours is another Watch Your Mind Wednesday, so that you can get familiar with the variables in your equation of emotion, and so that you can understand exactly what's going on in your mind. When your mind starts giving you a reaction, take a moment to say, okay, let's look at that. Let's hear that. Let's give a moment of focus on what my mind is trying to give me, so that I can help my mind relax and learn the variables, learn how to adjust the variables. Maybe you can adjust your perception to get a better understanding of what's going on, and to shift the response that your mind is giving you, because it will happen in real time. And maybe you look at your self items and you say, well, you know what, maybe we can hold on to that a little less. And we'll understand that, you know, the reactions, the severity reactions of our emotional reactions come from how tight we're holding on to something, how close it is to the center of our self map, and how much we believe the perception that's coming in. So we'll talk about that in the next few lessons. Look at those things, right? Look at them and review them. Because as we understand and experience those things happening in our own mind, that's where we get a better understanding of how to better control our mind and become a master of our mind. All right? Understanding yourself is critical. So if you find any new stuff that should go on your self items worksheet, then add those. And your homework, again, ×2 this time. Meditate for a couple of days for 15 minutes at least. Set a timer, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you want to do. Set a timer and meditate, because you will feel the difference as this becomes additive over time. Science has shown that even as little as 20 minutes, one for each week, for 8 hours or for 8 weeks in a row, helps people get the flu less. It was amazing, the stuff that happens within the body. And anger management was amazing in these individuals, and cortisol came down, and their calmness of mind was increased for 20 minutes, for 20 minutes a week, one day, 20-minute session times 8 weeks, and that was it. So check that out. Meditate for 15 minutes ×2. And I'll see you in a couple days. Peace.